Namaste, everybody, and welcome to a foundational yoga class. First of all, I would love to welcome my regular students, and I just want to remind you, if you have not following me on Facebook or Instagram, this week is a fundraising week, and any money that come to this class, I will send it off to Taya Preschool. It's a very tiny preschool that I really love their mission and how they take care of the kids. So I just, want to support them since they need some support on that. If you know how to send money to me personally, just use the word EBNS as the descriptions a little bit with the, either Venmo or PayPal. Just write EBNS, and I will remember to collect this money together and send the check to the school. Now, however, for anyone at all that come to this class, do not expecting to pay, and you're not ready to spend money beyond what you have to spend that is essential in your life right now. Please know that I have no, what is the word? Could not find the English word. It's okay. This class, my very first intention is not about making money. Should not say that. But to really be actually, just to say the truth, this is like a place for myself to come back to take good care of my health. To take care of my body and to take care of my mind mostly. That is what yoga to me is about. However, we are in this COVID pandemic, and I just want to have a platform that I can bring along some of my students and anybody else out there that look for a platform that they can still connected to these ways of staying healthy. So what this channel is about that. So you cannot pay, don't worry. Just be true to your heart, be true to your situation, and enjoy the class. Now, for anybody who are not my regular student and you are here because you received the newsletter from EBNS, welcome. Hopefully you have a couple blocks and have a strap and some blanket and you're ready to go. Having said that, I don't want to make it long. Let me start this class with a story that is called Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. All right. You might not be able to see the page well, but I remember it by heart because I read this to Taya 1,000 times already. So here we go. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, rounded, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons, my buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Tia actually, she's ready to say the, she's actually up, she can hear me. Pop! Oh no! One of the buttons pop off and roll away. How many buttons are left? 3. Oh, did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. So he keep on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons, my buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Another buttons pop off and roll away. How many buttons are left? 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. So he kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons, my buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Pop! Another button pop off and roll away. How many buttons are left? 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. So he kept on singing his song. My button, my one groovy button, my button, my one groovy button. Pop. Oh no. The last button puffed off and rolled away. She just keep reading. How many buttons are left from her memory? 0. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. So Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? His belly button. So he kept on singing his song. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. So I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We keep on singing. Well, if I want to put it a little bit more sophisticated in terms of Buddhism philosophy, we call this impermanent. You know, we have car, and then our car break down. Our house break down. Our job, we lost them. Sometimes our relationship just breaks apart. Our health break down. You know, our life, at some point, we're just gonna be gone. And that is the reality that we are living with. So, I'm saying this again. It doesn't matter what's happening to us in our lives. What matters is how we deal with them. And that is the reason why many of you are coming into these yoga classes, is just to be reminded about that. About that you have the choice to be on the positive side of life and see things and singing and accepting and opening up your heart and let it flow through you. Or you just get frustrated when the car breaks down, when you're losing your job, when the pandemic is hitting you. You just choose to be upset. You choose to complain. You choose to blame others. And you know what's happening? It hurts you physically. It hurts you mentally. It's killing you slowly. So please, use this moment. Be reminded that you are able, what is this love? To make, you have the power to make the choices when the challenge is facing you, which is about to happen right now in this class as well. You either choose to be frustrated with your tight hamstring that is never seem to be stretched, or you choose to accept and sing with your hamstrings muscle no matter what. So, close your eyes, please. And you breathe deeply in and out through your nose. You slowly start to sink into the moment. Maybe sink a little deeper into yourself, into your skin, your muscle, your bone, your soul. And magically enough, our breath gone. Isn't that interesting? Even this breath, we cannot even hold on to it. And if we try, you know, we suffer. So when that expansion comes from your inhalation, can you make it just a little bit more for you to create this feeling of opening up. Be greater than your restricted thoughts, your frustration, your stress. Just expand those walls a little bit bigger, broader. And when the exhale comes, let everything move with the breath. Stuff comes, stuff goes. Nothing remains here forever. So we try to be mindful to have our mind to be at the right attitude toward things that is challenging you, and use this class as a practice when you are being challenged to face those muscles that you wish you don't have to stretch them, that you wish you don't have to face them. But you know what? When you go through them, it becomes easier. You feel lighter. You feel like you have more space, more possibilities, more energy. You grow and you transform. You draw your hands together right in front of your heart. And let's chant Om 3 times together, please. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Another deep inhale. And you bow your head toward your heart. Release your hands. Lift your chin. Open your eyes. Would you please stand up? The tea splash in my face. How about that? So we are going to warm up standing today. Okay. If you are already there, you can start shaking your wrists up to your forearms, up to your upper arms. You can shaking your ankles, your legs. You know, you can, actually if you have a wall, it's even better. Right, I'm just give you options. Speak about that. Remember that this class, I want to say it's a little bit more relaxed. I teach class a little bit more relaxed. So take what you need, like leave what you don't need. However, you have to get into, let's twist please, you have to get into that muscles somehow, okay? You cannot just leave them being unstretched. But there are options which I hope I can give as many as I can, and hopefully roll your shoulder up and back. One of them work for your body, right? If one way of stretch the hamstring doesn't work, we go for your body, then you go somewhere else. But you should have to make a choice to stretch your hamstring somehow. So not just like leave them all together. Make sense, right? So if you start moving your body and you have to repeat, those actions, which as you can see, I start to go back and check my wrist again, and you have to bring it back right in to your warming up. Just do so, because when you start moving, your body starts to telling you that, you know what, maybe I need a little bit more. So shake, 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 shake. Circle, circle your shoulder. Twist it, your body. Yeah? Just do it as much as your body is just like, okay, give me again, give me more. I do not do anything with my neck yet, and I feel like at the moment, I'm kind of listening to my body. I still need a little twisting. Now, when you twist with your arms wide like this and you let it kind of hit your body, you get a little bit of massaging. It feels good for me. I don't know about you. If you don't like it, you don't have to let your arms be floppy and hit yourself. I'm going to get into my neck here. You also should get into your neck at some point, because this is connected to the shoulder. So you need to stretch. Oh my God, I need to hang my head down. You can stay in one place and just let the gravity work the magic. But make sure, please, don't stand with your belly go forward and your feet turn out. You can turn your feet out slightly. If you don't do it at all, it would be greater. And push your hip actually more toward the back of your body than forward, okay? So you should feel that your heels carry more weight than the ball of your feet. And we have the side stretch that we can do while we're standing. Oh yeah. I think about elongate. Wow. I try to make sure that I'm not on the screen. Now, the only part that we are not going to get it to kind of open up well, but we can do it somewhat, is a hip joint. So you can, stand on one leg and circle. If you're on your back, this action is easier, and the gravity doesn't go against you so much. If you have a wall, I think it will make this movement feel much more of warming up than working out, because when you balance in the air, you have to use some of the muscles, and it starts to feel more like a working out. But if you don't have the wall, you should have a wall in your house, right? You don't need to watch me right now. Let's go find a wall. Circle your knees in one direction. and then change to the other direction. Yeah? I'm going to give you some time. Ready yet? Somebody say yes, please. Now, come back onto your mat. Have blocks ready. And we are going to hit the hip muscles right here. And what we are going to do is a Utkatasana pose. It's not a pose really, it's a movement that you go from one leg to the other. You turn your heels in, you turn your toes out. Now you're gonna go toward the floor as far as you feel comfortable. Right? So exhale, bend the knee. And then start to go, move from one leg to the other. Yeah. Now I want to tell you that if you float in the air like this and you balance in two legs, the stability, it doesn't feel as great. Right? But if you're tight, you might have to be here, or you can be, it's not working. Yeah. If the block can be longer, that would be great. Now, some of you that can go a little bit deeper and use the block, right? Which means that your hip open a little bit more than some of us. You're gonna feel more stable now because you have more of your body part touching the floor. However, wherever you are, just honor your body like I always do. Okay. And do it in a way that you're not rounding your back, okay? And you move mindfully. You don't need to move fast. You can move fast if you want. Just be really careful. And then bend your right knee, have your left leg straight. And from there, we are going to turn toward the right. Okay. So you walk yourself there and have your left knee on the floor. Now, if you need the blanket, you have to be wise to be able to go grab it easily and have the left knees on the blanket. After that, we are going to heel toe the right foot to the right slightly and then diagonal the foot to the right. From here, rotate the weight to the little toe side edge of the foot. Bend your right knee and let your right knee kind of go to the right and toward the floor. It's just gonna stop wherever it has to. And from here, you are going to get your trunk toward the floor as far as you can go. So inhale, you breathe. Exhale, your hips moving back, your chest moving forward. You let the weight of your trunk go toward the floor, and your hip muscles and the lateral sides of your legs are going to tell you how far you can go down. Yeah. You can do a big jellyfish dance, which means inhale, you move away from the floor. Exhale, you move in toward the floor. Okay. And this movement right here, it can be great. It can be little. It can be nothing if you don't want to move it at all, and you can just, be still really close to that stretch, and you kind of keep going down and going down, going down. It totally depends on your body, your practice, your skill, all of that. Inhale, move up and away from the floor slowly. Right? When you feel safe, get that right foot toward the floor, heel toe it to the front of the hip, move your weight backward, and have the ball of your foot on the floor, toes up toward the ceiling, and you square the hip. We are hitting the hamstrings muscles right here. Spine elongates nice and long. This muscle can be really tight if you need height and you have only 2 blocks. Use them wisely. And exhale, we go forward and toward the ground, right? Once again, you can do a big jellyfish dance. which means inhale, you move away from the stretch, which means away from the floor. Exhale, move into the stretch, which means move toward the floor. Yeah. And if you can go toward the floor a little bit more, you change the height. All right. You listen to your body. Relax your jaw, relax your eyes, keep breathing. Carefully lift your chest up and away from the stretch. Drag your right foot in, have the foot on the floor. Now you can have the block on the bottom of your left hands or not. We are going to turn the body to the right. So you can heel toe your right foot to the right and toward the back. And when you're ready to move the body, you can move in one piece right there. And we circle the right shoulder 5 times each direction. I'm already doing my 4th, my 5th. I'm changing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we are going to elongate that size. Exhale, lengthening. Inhale, breathe to your back, round your back slightly. And exhale, turn your chest up to the sky, long leg, long arm. Inhale to your back. Exhale, lengthening. And we turn toward the floor. And we thread the needle, right hand under. I think my blanket is a little bit too thick for me. Yeah, there. Left hand, you can elongate alongside the ear. You can place this right here. You can rest this on your back. You can do anything with the left hand because there's a lot of safe places that you can take that hand to. Listen to your body. Okay. And while you're here, elongate your left hip back behind you. Breathe. Carefully move yourself away from thread the needle. Take child's pose, please. So you take a seat onto your heel. Spread your fingers, arms extended alongside the ears. Then when you inhale next time, move away from your heel forward, round your back up to the sky first toward your wrist, and at the end, arch your back. And then exhale, push the floor away from you, round your back, go away from your wrist, back toward your heel and sit on it. Exhale, okay? Inhale, round your back. At the end, arch your back, cow pose. Exhale, round your back, keep exhaling. And then go all the way at the end, sit down to your child's pose and repeat. Keep your jaw relaxed. You move your bottom jaw away from the top slightly. You feel your cheeks soften. Last one, please. And inhale, come up onto your hands and knees. And let's take the left leg forward. Grab those blocks if you need it. Then heel toe it to the left. Slightly diagonal it to the left. Now you have to adjust your hands. Right? And start to roll onto the little toe side edge. I hope you can see that. Off the foot. And you just have to kind of, I'm eating my own hair. Get this knee over the ankle, right? be really safe with this. Hips back, chest forward. Inhale, exhale, stretch. So your bodies go down. Really spread your toes on your left foot, please. Just don't overdo it though. You're just like, do I have to do it or do I have not to do it, Aphinya? What I can say that the more you ask out from your stretch, the more you have to engage the muscles that hold that body part. Okay. Couple more. Inhale, move up and away, and we're going to move into our runner stretch, right? We have to make sure that this left foot is in front of the hip first, okay? So it doesn't just go sideways like that. And when you have it, heels down, toes up, spread your toe, square your hip, hug your thighs in, engage your core, and you keep your spine nice and long, and you just have to, grow as tall as your body take you there. And when you exhale, you're stretching, and you just see where your hamstring are. I want to say is, but we have 3 of them. And then you just hit that edge. And you move away from it when you inhale and challenge your hamstrings again. You just try to stretch as much as you can. And what do you do when you do that? You choose to sing instead of suffer. You don't get frustrated with them. You just accept it and do your best. Give me one more breath, please. When you inhale, move away from your legs, drag it in. Okay. Land the foot down. Have your right foot on the floor or on the block. Heel toe your left foot to the left. And you can see I changed how I place that right hand, and you can do it too. You just have to feel your wrist, and you don't want it to feel in pain, right? Give yourself enough height that your hip stay over that right knee. Some of you might have to come higher, okay? Or some of you may not at all. And we circle the left shoulder 5 times. 3, 4, 5, change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then length. Exhale. When you inhale, you turn your chest a little bit like forward and maybe diagonal toward the floor, round into your back slightly. And then when you exhale, turn your sternum back up, diagonal toward the ceiling, and elongate long out through the arms and legs, okay? Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Once again, I don't want you to be static in the pose. I want you to flow with your breath. Toward the floor, exhale. Thread the needle, left hand under the right. You can sit down toward the heels if you like. And just know that it's going to stretch different muscles. And take yourself to child's pose, please. Then inhales, come up onto your hands and knee and make this big spinal circle. I'm going to turn the monitor down slightly. Change the direction, please. And go back to your child's pose. And walk both of your hands to the right. And exhale, stretch, push the floor away from you. You're going to feel the stretch go along the left side of your body. Inhale, round your back up toward the sky. Exhale, anchor down to your fingertip and push the floor away from you. One more breath. Chain to the other side, please. Walk your hands back center, come up onto your hands and knee. We're going into low lunge, right leg forward. Left knee is on the floor. Tuck your left toes under here. Square your hip, hug your thighs in and come upright with the body. This is one of the strong poses, so be really mindful. Your lower back may not enjoy it as much if you're not using your core well. So try to suck your gut in a lot if you push yourself harder, okay? So what is going to happen is that when you exhale, you lunge forward. When you inhale, you grow your heart up toward the sky and you curl yourself backward. And how far you want to go backward, that is yours. Exhale, lunge. And I want to say, inhale, lift the spine up. The more you curl yourself back, the more you have to engage your core, okay? So if you don't want to engage your core and curl yourself back so much, you don't have to. If you feel like you get enough stretch on your lifting, just stay right there. Now it's come with the arms. You can use them however you like. Just make sure that you can really keep your heart nice and open. I'm going to get yourself out from this first. And exhale, we go back forward toward the floor. Find the blocks. Get your left knees off the ground. Cross your left leg behind your right leg. Cross leg Utkatasana. If you need height, stack the block as high as. It's going to help you to keep your back straight, okay? Each exhale, once again, we're going to grow our heart downward toward the floor. Inhale, you move away from it. Exhale, you go toward the floor. The more you go toward the floor and closer to the leg, you're going to feel it. Right? Wherever you feel it, you feel it. Even though maybe you're still so far away from the floor and you feel the stretch already, just be happy with that. Okay? You don't really need to come close to the legs at all if you are super tight. It doesn't mean anything at all. Right? It just means that you're tighter than the other people. It doesn't mean that you are less than them in any shape and form. Inhale, lift your chest up and away from the leg. Bend your knees. Step your left leg back. Get your left knees down. Get your right leg back. And then take child's pose, please. Breathe. Couple more breaths here. Let the breath expand you from the inside out. And then exhale, you soften and let go. Come up onto your hands and knees and do low lunge on the other side, please. Now left leg forward, like point straight to 12 o'clock. Square the hip, hug your thighs, come up right, tuck the back toes under. Remember, exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift the spine. Chest is open. Arms can be open. Can go back behind you and interlace it. You can use a strap and hold it. Keep breathing. Anything works if your heart can stay open. Okay. Neck nice and long. Oh. Last breath. Exhale, go forward and toward the floor. Find the block. Get the back knees off the floor and cross your right leg behind the left leg. Inhale, lift your spine up and away from the floor. Exhale, back. The reason I laughed because I forgot my breath of fire. Sorry, Ron. Exhale, bend the knees. Next step, your right leg back first, right knees on the floor. Left leg back and take child's pose. I'm so sorry, Ron. I didn't mean that. I'm just old. I forget stuff. And you come up onto your hands and knees. We're going to go from here to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog is actually, it's quite a strong pose for some of us when you are tight. Right? So build the strength of your arms skillfully. You spread your fingers wide apart. Wrist crease parallel to the front edge of the mat. Claw the floor with your finger pads. And when you're ready to come off the floor, tuck your toes under, knees off the ground, push your chest back toward your feet. Okay. And once again, I want you to be able to feel that your back muscle is moving kind of up to the sky when you inhale. Exhale back toward your feet. And if that requires you to bend your knee, you should do that. If you see downward facing dog in a lot of posture, the legs are straight, but that will be beneficial for many of you that the hamstrings are not super tight. And when you have both legs straight, you still be able to move your upper body according to your breathing. If you don't have that, keep your knees bent, please. Then we move forward to plank. Get your weight as far as to the comfort of your wrist, and then exhale, move away from your wrist and go back to downward facing dog. And you repeat that. Inhale, go forward toward your wrist. When you find like, okay, I cannot do any further, go back toward your feet and push your weight back toward your feet and legs instead. Repeat. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. And you can keep changing the distance from dog to plank if you have to, right? Your feet can move, or you don't have to. It depends. One more. Inhale, plank pose. Now, next exhalation, we take child's pose. So bring your knees down. Sit back toward your heels. Breathe. And you come up onto your hands and knees. Step your left leg forward. Right hands on the floor, maybe high on your fingertips. Left hands on the hips, or have the block underneath it. If you need more height, you can keep adjusting while you're in the pose. From here, we are going to heel toward the left foot to the left a little bit, and diagonal the foot to the left as well. And we are going to twist the body to the left, okay? So you anchor your right hand down to the floor, hip move back, chest move forward, inhale. Exhale, twist. Turn your chest to the left, turn your belly toward the floor. Inhale, breathe to your back. Exhale, twist. I think I need some height, yeah. Exhale, twist, long spine, hips back, chest open. Keep your left knees bent. Get your twist to that maximum feeling for yourself first. And you think if you're ready to lift your left arms up, do so. If not, leave it there at your hip. You should start to lift the arm if you want from the back and forward. Like, stop anywhere you like. You can go all the way to the front and breathe. And don't forget everything else beneath that left hand. And exhale, we turn the chest toward the floor. Grab those blocks. Tuck your right toes under. Get your right knees off the ground, and you are going to pivot to the right and have your feet parallel toward one another. I'm going to facing the camera. Pasarita Padottanasana. Hug your chins in, put your thighs apart. Elongate the spine. Exhale, once again, we travel downward toward the floor. Inhale, you move away from the floor. Exhale, you go closer to the floor and maybe closer to yourself. Okay. That's where the stretch will start to increase more and more and more. And what that more means to your body, you just accept it. Okay. Some of us can go deep, some of us cannot go deep. It doesn't matter. What matters is you stretching the muscles. Yeah. I'm going to go back. Couple more breaths, please. And then you bend the knees, turn toward the front of the mat. Point your left foot forward. At 12 o'clock, we are going to do high lunge these times. Back leg straight. Have the toe tucks under, and you come upright with your body. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. Course in, exhale, lunge. Inhale, spine nice and long. So you just work with your breath. See, I just work my arms, keep changing it, keep finding it, until I feel good that, okay, this feels really good for my body, and I'm just there. Carefully, next exhalation, go down toward the floor. Get your right knees down. Get your left knee to meet the right. Hands on the floor. Drop your hips side to side. That's why I tell you that my teaching is quite relaxed, because let's say in high lunge, you can have your hands wherever you like as long as it helps your heart to remain open. Those parts of the body is more important than extend your arms up toward the sky. If you're rounding your back, it's just not a good thing at all to get your arms up toward the ceiling. Child's pose, please. And before we go on to the other side, let's do forearm plank pose. I think I'm gonna take the blankets away because we're gonna stay close to the floor for probably 2-3 more poses. When you're ready, take your forearm plank pose, please. Remember, you can be on your knees and breathe. And keep your jaw relaxed, your face relaxed, your cheeks soft. You can also go back and forth between the knees and straight leg. Right. It's no strict rule to love your body. Yeah. It's not one size fit all. It's not one pose fit all in the yoga world, in my opinion. What matters is how you listen to your body and make sure that the choice you choose, you enhance your body. Go all the way to the floor, exhale. Now extend your left arm to the left. Let's stretch the pec major. Stay really close to the floor. Use your right hand to help you to turn your body open. You can have both knees bend and stack them on top of one another. You can have your left leg straight, right knees bend, and then you kind of land your right foot back behind your left foot. Just know that the more your chest is kind of turned open away from the floor, the more stretch you're going to feel it. Okay. So you listen to that feeling of the stretch and know when to stop and not go into the space that you end up hurting yourself. Other side, please. And roll back toward your belly and your chest. And we are going to prepare for Cobra. I just want you to look at me for a second. Just look at my hands, please. Now, you can have your hands. Yeah, I'm gonna see. Wherever I land it, you can do your Cobra. See that? It's a matter of finding that place that is allow you to opening your heart once again according to your body, okay? And adjust as you go. So we're gonna use the breath to inhale, lift, and exhale, lower down. And you're not gonna lower down completely, you just go down just enough. Here we go, top of your feet on the floor. Find your Cobra hands and inhale, lift, core engage, exhale, lower down. And see if you like where your hands, and keep talking, but I'm also keep moving right now. You like where your hands landed, or you should adjust. And keep your wings on your back. Your heart is kind of extend forward. You can add height more and more. Be patient with the signals on your lower back though, right? Next exhale, go all the way down. Stack the hand, rest your foreheads on them, and then rock your hips side to side. Now the next one, we are going to visit Cobra again, and I hope with what we just did earlier, you kind of know where your hand should be today. And we're gonna do Cobra this time by stay mostly up, not come down so much, okay? So here we go. Wings on your back, top of the feet on the floor. Inhales come up. Exhale, kind of let the body sink just slightly. You have to be able to move that wings back. Yeah. Listen to your lower back. Right. Next, exhale, go toward the floor. Stack the hand, rest your foreheads on them. Rock your hips side to side. I hope that's helpful. And then you come up onto your hands and knees. Okay. Place the blanket underneath your knees right away if you need them, and we do the other sides now. Twisting, right leg go forward, walk to the right slightly, diagonal your foot as well, knees over the ankle, left hands on the floor on the block. Right hand, just leave it on your hip for now, and then elongate the spine, inhale, twist, exhale. Inhale, breathe to your back. Exhale, twist. Repeat. Keep bending that right knee. When you're ready, get that right arm participating, or choose not to because your shoulder doesn't feel comfortable. Yeah. One more breath. Then we turn the chest toward the floor. We tuck the left toes under. Get the left knees off the ground. Pivot to the left. Goddess pose, heels turning in, toe turning out. Bend your knee, elongate that thighs bones away from one another and climb up off the floor. Trunks go upright. Exhale, extend your legs bones away from one another. Inhale, grow your heart nice and long. Exhale, legs long. Inhale, heart lift. And your arms can go wide. Or goddess pose right here. A couple more breaths. If your core is tight, you can really press into that muscle and press the muscle into the bone. It helps release the tension. And then inhale, move away from that singing. Let go up. Turn your feet in. Elongate the spine even more. Straight leg. Exhale, extend your body forward and toward the floor. Grab those blocks if you have to, and then turn toward the front of the mat. Bend your right knee, keep your left leg straight. High lunge, come up, right inhale. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. Next, long. Keep moving with your breath. I have to say it's hard to talk and move at the same time. But I'm trying. Yeah. A couple more breaths. Exhale, go toward the floor. Take child's pose, please. Carefully come up onto your hands and knees. Get your right leg, extend back and up. Left hand forward and up. Then inhale, elbow and the knee beneath the belly. Exhale, extend. Two more. Last one. Then left arms down, right legs down. Turn your body open to the right. Exhale, long right side body. Carefully turn toward the floor. With your right leg, go forward. Right forearms on the thighs, warrior two. Left knees come off the floor. Make it 90 degrees to the long side edge of the mat. Or you can think it's like this. Point front foot 12 o'clock. Back foot 9 o'clock. Here we go. Heels in line with the arch. Arms out, palm facing down, warrior two. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. And work with the breath just like that. Now when you lunge, you also have to push that left leg also into the floor as well. But you're not going to see so much movement because it's straight. However, it's still working. Okay? One more breath. Turn your right palms up toward the ceiling and then inhale, reach, 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 reach. Exhale, try to go as far back as you can. Inhale, move away from the back. Exhale, go back there. One more time. And move away from the back. Straight your front leg, triangle. Exhale, extend your body forward. Really hug your legs toward one another, nice and strong. And exhale, windmill the arms down and up. And diagonal your body toward the ceiling. Exhale, extend your body forward. Really hug your thighs toward one another. And you can see it move in and out from the pose. That's gonna work my legs so much. One more breath, please. And then bend that front knee, turn your body toward the floor, have your left hand supporting you, left knee on the ground, and go back and take child's pose, please. Breathe. Just allow your heart to breathe and allow yourself to feel tired, okay? Your body is using the energy right now. It burns some calorie, that is good. Your heart has become stronger. You somewhat sweat. It's detoxing yourself. So just be there quietly and observe. Come up onto your hands and knees. What next size is left leg lift, right arms off the floor. Inhale beneath the belly, knees and elbow meet. Exhale, extend. 2 more. And then get the legs and the arms down, turn your body to the left, elongate the left side's body. And then carefully facing the floor. Left leg go forward, 12 o'clock. Right leg, make it straight, go 3 o'clock. Come off the floor, front heel in line with the back arch, or heel, warrior 2, arms out. Exhale, bend the knee. Remember to stay back a little bit with your hip. And breathe and let the body flow with the breath. Keep that front knee, stay over the ankle. You have to be willing to adjust yourself while you are moving, okay? Left arm up to the sky, inhale. Exhale, extend as far to the right. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, go back. Once again, inhale, move away from it. Exhale, go back. And then move away, inhale, straight your left leg. Go forward, exhale, Utkatasana, triangle. Windmill the arm, turn your body up to the sky. Exhale, extend your body. Inhale, move away from the leg. Exhale, extend forward and try to go toward the floor. Make your leg nice and strong. Couple more breaths here. And carefully, exhale, bend your left knee. Turn your body forward. Get your right knee down. Get your left leg back. And take child's pose, please. Come up onto your hands and knees. Right leg step forward. Move to the right. Diagonal your foot to the right as well. And we diagonal the body to the left. And we go into our lizard pose. Okay? Now, if you want the pose, I actually feel like I want to get the back leg off the floor. You can have that right knee on the floor, or you come and balance on the foot, right, and make the back leg straight. It's the same stretch. It just makes you to carry weight more, which means it's going to make your heart pounding even more so. Okay? When you feel looser, naturally your body wants to do more work. If you are tight, your body naturally doesn't want to do more work. So you listen to your body carefully. Yeah? And then inhale, move up and away from the floor. Heel toe your right foot in. Get your right hand out to the side. Square the hip. Come off from the floor with the back leg. Right and have both feet on the floor. Right foot 12 o'clock. Left foot is going to go to 11 o'clock. Square the hip. Elongate the spine. Pyramid pose. Exhale, bow. And we just go into the stretch. Relax your jaw. I hit the same muscles, I hope, many times, more than once. That's the way I teach. So then we can get that muscle to kind of become more flexible, better. Now inhale, move up and away from your right leg, bend the knee slightly, step your left leg back, just attach, then pivot to the left, okay? Pivot to the left and go all the way to the back of the mat. So when you are here, then you can do the lizard pose on this side. You can get the right knee down first. Here, hold your left foot to the left, diagonal it, and then your body diagonal to the right, and then hip back, chest forward, and you exhale, go toward the floor. And you can make the back leg straight if you choose so. Be with your body. You feel that softness in your face, softness in your heart. You're not gripping anything. You're not restricted anything. You are opening, you're stretching. Inhale, move up and away from the floor. We heel toward the left foot in, left hand on the outside. Back knees come off the floor, both feet on the ground. Yeah. Left foot 12 o'clock, right foot 1 o'clock. Square the hip, elongate the spine, engage your core. Exhale, we go toward the legs and toward the ground. Keep your spine nice and long. Pyramid pose, please. Carefully lift your chest up and away from the floor. Now bend your left knee and step your right leg forward. Feet hip distance apart, Utkatasana. Exhale down. Keep your knee bent slightly. Elongate the spine away from the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Get the chest go toward the legs. Now you stretch your hamstring both at the same time. It might be harder. Exhale. Hug your chins in. Put your thighs apart. Inhale. Elongate the spine. Next, exhale, bend your knees deep. Lift your toes up, spread them wide. I know it's going to be work again. And then you get your hands off from the floor, go forward at first. Now you sink back. We go into Utkatasana, chair pose here, okay? Then you root your tailbone down, lift your heart high. Remember, we want the sternum to go forward first. Your arms just go back, kind of to the opposite sides of your chest. Yep. If you have to open the arms wide, do so. Knee over the ankle. Keep breathing. One more breath. Stand tall. Inhale. Keep your hips stay back. Exhale, arms come down slowly. Tadasana. Feet parallel. Chins in, thighs out, hip back, heart lift, breathe. You engage your core just enough to feel your tailbone lengthening downward, kind of toward the back of your leg, down toward your heel, into the earth beneath you. Once again, just allow your heart to beat, your body to kind of burning the calorie, accept the heat. And slowly open your eyes, please. We're almost done. You are coming up, so we're going to use this standing pose to do our pigeon variation. Find the wall if you need to, okay? So what you're going to do is you have your right ankle above the left knee, and you sit down and you send your hips back. And you get your arm to balance. So you see that, right? So if your wall is make you not be able to see me, you can find the wall and you sink back and use one arm to help you to balance. I don't want the balance to take away the benefit of hip stretch. Okay, we want that first. So here we go. When you're ready, right ankle above the left knee. The more you sit down, the more the shin parallel to the chest, the more stretch you're going to feel it. Come up and away from that. Shake, shake, shake the legs if you have to, and go into the other side, please. Remember that you have to send your hip back, okay? You're not sitting straight downward and you feel your hip moving forward. That is not what I'm asking you to do. You go with the hip is going backward, like it's try to find the edge of the seat. And you try to square the left shin the best you can, yeah, while your heart is going forward. So your spine is elongated diagonally. Yeah. Spread your toes, but relax your jaw. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Take yourself to the mat, opening your legs apart. Maybe close your eyes and just connect with the energy for a little bit. Let's do one last pose in a standing pose, tree pose, okay? Balance on your left leg, point straight forward, right foot turn out, hug it, stage 1, or stage 2, or stage 3. Hug your legs evenly, find the midline of the body, hip kind of stack, like you don't push your hips sideways, okay? So you have the energy of your leg hugging in toward one another, and then you grow really tall up, which means you have to send the energy back down toward the floor as much as you elongate upward toward the sky as well. Hips stay back. Breathe. Land your arms wherever you like. Switch side, please. Utkatasana, tree pose. And exhale, we come away from the pose. We take ourselves down to the floor mindfully. You can go sideways to the floor. Some of you might want to kind of sit on your hip and work your core to get you onto the floor. Why not? Oh no. Just when you have yourself on your back, bring your knee toward your chest and just rock side to side, please. Oh yeah, that's got some adjustment. Now when your knees go to the right, drop them there. You can have your right hand, put it weight onto your left leg or not. You can have your arms wide open. Look toward the ceiling or look toward your left arms. Close your eyes. And let the body sink with each exhalation toward the floor beneath you. Inhale, come up center. Exhale, drop your knees to the other side, please. And inhale, bring your legs up. Now we're gonna take Shavasana. Now you can do classic Shavasana, extend arms, extend legs, right? That's one. Or you can do Shavasana with your legs up toward the ceiling. You can find the wall and put your legs up, or you also can put the block underneath it and just put your legs up in the air like that. Okay. That's another option. Or you can have your feet together, knees apart, and maybe have the block supporting the thighs and the knee while that is open, and you rest your arms wherever you like. That is another option. You can put the block underneath the knees. This is good for us who have some problem with the lower back, is to have your legs bend. Yeah. Do it safely, okay? Right there, and rest right here. And the other option is that you actually want to opening your heart, because you are such a round shoulder person, because you work with that position so much. You can stack the block, like 2 blocks like that, and a strap, a blanket for your pillow. Right. Now, the bottom of the block is almost like it's at the mid back. There. And you adjust, oh yeah, that's good. And you can have your legs straight, or you can do feet together, knees apart, Supta Baddha Konasana. You can even do feet to the floor, knees bent. Yeah. But you really need to find the right placement for your back on your block. Please find your Shavasana. Shavasana